How's it going, folks? Well, kind of ripping off Vi Hard here, but oh well. So, I'm gonna do something a little different today. Yep, okay. It's writing, and I'm talking, and I'm not gonna say the same thing as is being written down. Basically, how it goes is, oh, 4D? No, I can't do 4D. 4D's impossible. You only have eyes for 3D. Can't do it. No, I'm sorry. You're gonna try anyway? No. Hand. No. Oh, it's so much fun, though. And no. Okay. As a writer, I tend to come up with random lines that have absolutely no place in my story. They tend to pile up. I call them Ryanisms. A lot of them are silly junk, but every once in a while I really like them. Today I'm going to share with you my favorite ones and discuss them a little bit. Alright, yeah, circle, cross, circle, circle. Okay, yeah, just exit out. It's done for. Ooh, hey, look at them all look like in the thing together. They're happy, so happy. Zoom in. So the first one, what was the closest to most perfect day of your life? I think perfection is something that it doesn't really exist. To me, it's always seemed like those atoms that scientists create in the lab, but they're so unstable, they only last for a few seconds, and they're not even really worth discussing because they can be created, but it's for such a brief instance that there's really no practical use for them. So I like to say closest to most perfect day. I'm not going to share mine with you, because that would take up a really long video, but it is a really interesting thing to think about that, you've had so many days and most of them are insignificant to you, but there must be one that you consider better than the rest of them. So I just like wondering about that day and why, and I like to ask people that, like, why is that day so important to you? This one's neat. It's kind of against religion. A belief cannot on its own manifest into reality, but despite this, it is interesting to see how beliefs influence the physical world. There must be 30 plus churches in my hometown. So I'm from Lynn, Massachusetts, and there are just churches all over the place. All sorts of different denominations and along those lines. I mean, my grandmother tried to bring me to Catholic church and everything, but I really just wasn't interested. So it's just really cool to think that if we really did just make God up in our heads like I think we did, and I discuss in my book God and Everything, then it's just astounding to think how we've created these structures that house this belief that originally had no physical grounding in the world, and we brought all this stuff into existence. This one makes me think of stuff like Oedipus, but where it comes up for me the most is Star Wars. A lot of people bang on the prequel trilogy, blame the quality and everything, but the prequel trilogy of Star Wars actually has some great tones with the fallen hero Anakin Skywalker. So this quote is, all that effort upon seeing what you want to become least, then resisting that only to become it. The Greek tragic hero's experience. This kind of thing is applicable in everyday life. I saw a lot of my friends and their mothers were alcoholics, and they used to say, I'm never going to become that, or drugs, anything like that. They put this stigma around this affliction or lifestyle choice, but they end up being against it so much that somehow, some way, the resistance is what makes them become that. How I'd frame this for Anakin Skywalker is he tries so hard to bring balance to the Force and be the good guy, and just for whatever reason, from resisting it, from trying to avoid his fate, he ends up being evil. This last one stems from another quote of mine, that I'm a lot stupider than I think I am. I think I'm really intelligent, but there are a lot of areas in social graces and fields of human knowledge that I just have no idea about. Street smarts, stuff like that, I'm kind of inept. And you can only be as smart as you are happy. So I think your intelligence and your happiness are proportional in some way. There's a definite relationship there. And I don't think anybody should value intelligence over happiness or vice versa. I think they need to be worked on together. So if you are unhappy, you should try to figure out why, and that comes with knowledge. And obviously if you think you're intelligent but you're still unhappy, the same process applies. Oh, so we're doing 4D again. Oh, it's not 4D. So if you join my mailing list on my website, www.starbloke.com, you'll receive a free book, the Ryan Starbloke Starter Pack. It's got 2 original songs, 2 stories. One's a scene called Jesus Displaced, and the other one is called 2 and 2 Together, which is this cool sci-fi thing. And there's some more Ryanisms in there. Also, kind of interesting, There's a link to a rap music video I did back around 2010 with Rob Patillo. It's called Revere Beach, and it's absolutely hilarious. You could see me dancing in it with somebody for 2 seconds. Now, signing up will also get you information on discounts and updates on my books, as well as getting more exclusive content. Now, this video is a little too intense. But now that you know what my hands really look like, I dare say I won't do a video like this anymore. But you should subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. Thank you all so much, crowd. This is Ryan Starbloke, and you better have a good day.